a song from me to you. Roll in my sweet baby's arms. Roll in my sweet baby's arms. Gonna lay around the shack till the mail train comes back. Roll in my sweet baby's arms. I ain't gonna work on the railroad. I ain't gonna work on the farm. I'm gonna lay around the shack till the mail train comes back. Roll in my sweet baby's arms. Roll in my sweet baby's arms. Roll in my sweet baby's arms. I'm gonna lay around the shack till the mail train comes back. And I'm rolling in my sweet baby's arms. Thank you. That was Rolling in My Sweet Baby's Arms. I can't tell you who wrote it because I think that it's kind of old, ancient. Happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving to all of the fairies, the angels, and all of the members. I thought that I would have a little fun and play you a little bit of a song. And I wanted to share one of the things that I've been doing in order to save money, and it's affordable. One of the things we do with fairies, angels, and above is we teach people how to live frugally, because frugality is associated with longevity. Yes, you heard that right, people. Frugality is associated with longevity. So what is frugality? Frugality is a person who lives dramatically below their means. Say you earn $10 an hour. A frugal person would be living on, say, $5 to $6 an hour. And a portion would be padded for emergencies, reinvesting, in the, whatever it is you're doing. But the point is that a frugal person lives below their means. A poor person lives above their means. So a great way to reduce your stress is to start pulling back on things that no longer serve you. Hopefully you'll keep this subscription, but if a subscription or anything that you're investing in is not promoting your health and well-being, it may be time to let it go and really examine your life and think about the things that are worth holding on to. Do they promote your health, or do they just create stress and anxiety? Living below your means and not stressing about bills is one of the best things that you can do for your mental and your physical health. So one of the things you can start to think about is how when you purchase something, do you want to purchase it once or do you want to purchase it multiple times? An example would be, here is some nice mint that I collected on my walk today. I have permission to collect it. I collected it from the PCC, which is the Portland Community College. And one of the things you can do with mint is you can regrow it. If you know what you're doing, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You want to cut below the valve, right? So this would be an example of a valve. And that's going to help pull the liquid in. Sometimes I like to get rid of some of the leaves at the bottom. And then you can just stick it in some water and leave it alone for a little while, and it will start to sprout, and then it can be replanted. Now this is mint. You can see another valve here and an extension of a leaf. It helps to cut it sideways, that'll maximize how much water can be absorbed. Do it at a slight angle. And you can also, once you have prepared your mint, say you got it at the store or wherever you got it, and you're able to save it for yourself, just stick it in the water like that. And then if you've got a garden space, even if you have just a little space like I have, you can then start to have your own personal mint. If you have an indoor greenhouse, they're not particularly expensive. You can have mint all year round. One of the things I also like to do, I just have another one here I want to save and put that in. You can put a few drops of fertilizer in there if you want to. That usually doesn't help it, and it can sometimes help with the growth. The other thing is just good old-fashioned table sugar. Don't do a lot of it. Too much sugar in the water is going to attract bugs, flies, etc. You only need to do a slight amount. I'd say to a quart, no more than half a teaspoon. And that'll just dissolve up really nicely. And when it starts to grow roots, I'm going to transfer it to some soil. Now, soil can sometimes attract bugs. And so what you can do is you can take your little bit of soil and you can put it in the microwave, and you can microwave it for like 2 to 5 minutes. And what that will do is it will kill the larvae and the eggs that may be in the soil that produce gnats, etc. Another thing you can do is that you can just cover the top. You can take something like a lid, punch a hole in it, and then that will prevent bugs from coming inside it. I also do the same thing with celery, for example. I'll buy a celery, I'll cut it, I'll cut the bottom, I'll put it in some water, maybe with some toothpicks, and then from that I will get celery growing, new leaves, etc., and then I harvest. Right now I think I have something like 5 or 6 celeries growing. Every time I get a celery, I cut it, I do that, I wait for the roots to come up, and then I transfer it. And as a result, I have a lot of celery. Here's another example of something that you can do that's fun. Is you can start transferring seeds and growing seeds. This was actually an avocado plant. It had the leaves burned because we had quite a situation here with the heat, etc. And so I brought it in, and then I trimmed the dead parts. I trimmed the top, which will cause it to split. And now we're going to start seeing some new fresh leaves coming up on that beautiful avocado. It takes about 3 to 5 years to get an avocado. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I just like the look of the plant, and that can be fun as well. Other things you can think about that are inexpensive, that sometimes grow wild in some areas, are plants like aloe vera. It has medium to deep roots. It is a succulent, and you'll sometimes see this growing on highways, etc. And it's not a big deal to go harvest it, dig up the soil around it, wash it off, and transfer it. And you can see this one's quite healthy. Because it's a succulent, I don't want to be watering it more than a couple of times, a month. All right, so that's my tip for healthy, frugal living. Be sure and live below your means. Throw away anything that's causing stress. It's not worth it. Consider holding on only to the things that promote health and healing, and anything else is fluff, and it can be gotten away with. If you live below your means, you're going to dramatically reduce your stress, and that's going to do wonders for your health. All right, thanks, fairies and angels. And again, a happy Thanksgiving to you all, and I'll see you next time. Peace out. Bye.